Let's get into a tax tip now. This is your area. You are the absolute authority on this area, Roy. First tax tip, we're going to super. What have you got for us?
I think this is gold for anybody who's over 60 years old. If you're over 60, you would know or should know that you can take out your superannuation money tax-free. So let's say you do take some money out, but you can also, while you're working, you can contribute money to a superannuation fund and claim it as a tax deduction if you lodge a notice of intent to deduct super. Now, here we go. What happens if I take $10,000 out of super and it's tax-free? I then take that money and I put $10,000 into super and I claim it as a tax deduction. And depending on my tax rate, let's say you're on average at 34%, that will save you $3,400. So there's a tax tip of just moving some money from one bank account to another. It's all yours. And you save $3,400. Depending on your super balances, depending on your income, you actually may be able to do a lot more than $10,000. But you should speak to a wealth manager. Don't go out and write on the notes, Roy told me. Definitely speak to a wealth manager. And one of our team, or any wealth manager, preferably one of our team, by the way. But that's a fantastic tax tip for anybody over 60.
There you go, rjsanderson.com.au to get involved. Tax tip for small businesses as well, Roy. What have you got for us here?
My second tax tip, I don't think this is well known in the industry. It affects anybody in business, so sole trade, a company or a trust. This extra 20% means if you spent money from 30th of March last year, 2022, through to the 30th of June, so you've actually got to go through last year's transaction history, and you get to claim not only what you spent in that year you spent it, but in this tax return you get an extra 20%. But some of this technology's definition of spending includes things like computers and laptops, internet. Every business has internet, so you're going to get an extra 20%. What about IT? You bought a computer, you pay an IT person. You've got a web page designed. Some of these things, every business are spending. Subscriptions for MyOb or Xero. You've paid all year since the 30th of March, so that's going to be somewhere around 15 payments, and you get this extra 20%. Good accountants are looking out for this for you. Make sure you as a business owner are prompting your accountant, or come to RJS because this is our wheelhouse.